Now from Coors Field at the foot of the Rocky Mountains in Denver, Colorado. It's a perfect night for baseball. Welcome to the Sunday Night Showcase. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Colorado Rockies. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill, Christopher Sanchez. What should we keep an eye on here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Just about to get started. Here's Shohei Ohtani.
The designated hitter, number 17, Shohei.
Let's go, Rockies!
So we're underway with some Father's Day baseball. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. To the warning track, makes the catch. Here's the Pirates lineup now. Of course, one of the best players in the game today, Byron Buxton.
Boogie's hit 7 home runs in his last 10 games, and this is a guy that his preparation, it's just impeccable. From the cage work to batting practice into the ball game, everything is synced up right now, and you can see it when he steps in the box. He expects to get a knock, expects to hit the ball over the fence.
Guerrero in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes deep. His 16th homer of the year. The Pirates score first. It's 1-0. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
One down. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Cal Raleigh.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Here's your 1. We know he's capable of hitting home runs, Chris. Nobody in the league has hit more. And that skips in the dirt.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Here's a 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Pitch misses, and the count's full. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the third and final game of the series. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. 2 out.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Gets him to chase after that one. Strike 2. And Chris, his home run numbers this season are good enough to rank him in the top 10 in the league.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Got him looking. That's the 3rd out. Cannonball coming. It's now 1-0. You're watching the Sunday Night Showcase on MLB The Show. Back here at Coors Field. And on the mound for the Pirates, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do we have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies. And that one is lifted in the air. Alvarez should have this one. 1 away. And let's take a look at the lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Seiya Suzuki.
Tops on the team in batting average, Boog. A guy who's showing off some excellent bat-to-ball ability when he digs in at the plate. You know, that's useful if your team needs to get an inning going, get a leadoff man on. But it's also incredible to have a guy like that in the lineup because he's a run producer who can drive in runs if you've got guys on base already. So he's a huge piece in this lineup.
The 1-0. That one ripped, but foul.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Now all even up. Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Next to hit, number 64. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. They're down 1-0. Back here in Denver, we move ahead to the top of the second now. So the Pittsburgh Pirates are not in a good position about halfway through the season. For a team that had such high preseason expectations, that's got to be a bit of a letdown, right, Singy?
Yeah, I'd say so, Boog. I mean, there's a ton of talent on this team, but so far they haven't done much to show that they're capable of playing at that championship level. But keep your eyes on them in the second half. There's plenty of firepower on this roster for sure. And if they can turn the corner and get things clicking, the rest of the league better watch out.
The other way, and he beats the shift. And a good start to the inning.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's on the verge of a milestone. His next home run will be the 300th of his career.
You know, Boog, 300 homers would be an amazing achievement for him. Fewer than 200 players have ever done it. Hit 300, you tie Chuck Klein. Hit 301, you tie Rogers Hornsby. I can't wait to see if he pulls it off.
And that one is downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Way inside. Three-0 down. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Here's Ketel Marte.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Brings it in. 1 down. Two aboard with 1 out. Here's Byron Buxton.
This at-bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
Base hit into the outfield. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Digging in, Munetaka Murakami. Golden opportunity right here. And that one fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Bases loaded, 1 away. Here at the top of the second. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The 1-1.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
1 out, base is full. Tovar over to second for 1. On to first, double play.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Back here at Coors Field, bottom of the second. Tyler Freeman digging in for the Rockies. Close, but call the ball. And it's 1-0.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
And now 2-0.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Trout under this one, and there's 1 down.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Tovar.
So digging in, Ezequiel Tovar. Fouled off down the right side. Swings through that one for strike 2. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Edouard Julien getting ready to hit. 2 for 10 in the series. Here goes the runner. Pitch outside. Throw to second. Out, and that wasn't close.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Two down, nobody on. Up the middle. What a stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Oh, 0-2 now.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Raleigh, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Ball 2.
Stays alive. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. 2-2 now. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So 2 down. Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter, Mike Trout. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And a foul ball. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful. So 1 left for Pittsburgh, but they lead it 1-0. Back here for the Sunday night showcase. Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Yamamoto, an all-star a season ago. 27 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And now 2-1. This one in the air, center field. Buxton under it. Takes it in for the out. And now the center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
First offering way inside, almost got him. Two and one now. Right through there for a strike. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Now one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now, Kyle Karros. Ripped, but it curls foul. The 0-1.
No, that's a ball.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. Nothing doing for the Rockies. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers.
You know, these Pirates showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 1-1.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
That's a strike at the top edge of the zone. It's 2-2. Next offering is downstairs. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he's normally going to fill up the strike zone and really limit base runners, but his command in this one just seems off out there. A lot more walks than he's used to giving up.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
And in the back of his mind, he's got to be thinking about home run number 300. He's sitting on 299 right now.
On the ground, Julian to Tovar, over to first, safe.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. Fly to center his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. Man at first, 1 away. Quick move to first. Lindor back in there. And a swing and a miss. That one way inside. Lindor leads off first with 1 away. It's through for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Now at the plate, Byron Buxton. 1 for 1 with a single so far. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Not even close there. Ball 1. Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Juan Mejia. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Herget also throwing. That one found hard the other way. Two on, 1 out. This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. That'll hurt as both runners move up. Second and third now. There's no double play chance.
Well, forget about the double play now. That takes away the force and moves 2 guys into scoring position with only 1 out. Not the best time to mishandle a pitch like that.
Here's the 2-2. Outside. Second and third, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. On a line out towards center. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. Throw home. He beats it. It's 2-0.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Munetaka Murakami now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball right side. Oh, great stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Pirates 2 and the back here in Denver. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Jake McCarthy. 0-1.
Now tried to bunt for a hit right there, and you can tell he's trying to get something, anything going offensively.
No, down. Good eye.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. Bare hand scoop to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the bare hand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki. He's one of the best players in the game. Chop to third, and it's just foul. That was close. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. One out man at first. And now the first baseman, he's 0 for 1. Oh, look at the stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 4. It's the Pirates 2 and the Rockies nothing. This is the Sunday night showcase on MLB The Show. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Ohtani.
The designated hitter, Ohtani.
And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to the left, Tovar. In plenty of time to first, 1 away here in the 5th.
Up next to the Pirates, the first baseman,
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. Did not go. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out. Next to hit, Cal Raleigh. He is struck out and he is walked. Foul ball. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. And that one clips the corner.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Bucks go down quietly, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Welcome back to the Sunday Night Showcase on MLB The Show. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Tyler Freeman.
All these Rockies need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. Zero extra.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And a foul ball.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
That one the other way. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. In there at the knees.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count. Get the guy in the box on his heels and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Edouard Julien digs in now. Grounded out his first time up. In the air to left center. Buxton gets under it. He makes the grab.
Up next for the Rockies, the catcher, Hunter Goodman.
So in now for Colorado, Hunter Goodman. Flied to center his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton in position. And that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moments so far. Jimmy Herget into the game.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Here's Trout, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. 0-2 now. Herget in his 5th season, 32 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2015. Not close with that one. Ball 1. Good eye right there.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2-2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Had him way out front of the slurve.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Alvarez in the box again, takes the strike.
Ball 1.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for Pittsburgh.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. Line to left. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. 1 run is in. Lindor zipping around third. Play at the plate, and they cut it down.
Well, he just ran through a stop sign right there. Third base coach had both hands up, trying to hold him at the base. He decided to go anyway, and he's out by a lot at the plate. I'm sure the third base coach and the manager are pretty frustrated right now.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Rockies bullpen. Chase Dollander taking over on the mound. 25th appearance of the year for him. Byron Buxton will hit next. He's a guy who does it all.
Come on, Chase. Ball.
Man on second, 2 down. And that one is inside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
2-0. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
That missed by a lot. Ball 3. Munetaka Murakami waits on deck for Pittsburgh. Man at second. Sliced hard but foul. Payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Munetaka Murakami, the next Pirate to hit. Murakami having a really nice first season in the big leagues. Definitely a Rookie of the Year candidate. Swing and a foul out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a foul straight back. The 0-2. That one drifts inside. Breaking ball misses up and in. The Buccos trying to break this one open, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a pop-up. And that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Pirates 3 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at Coors Field, bottom of the 6th. Ichiro Suzuki digging in for the Rockies. That's in there. It's 0-1.
No, off the plate. Ball.
Trying to bunt his way on. And that's foul. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Kyle Karros. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Here's the pitch, run around the goal. Ball outside. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. That's a little bit low.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Guerrero the toss to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Up next for the Rockies, the designated hitter.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. And next is the designated hitter, Jake McCarthy. 1 for 2.
Come on, Jake.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
One away with a runner at third here in the bottom of the sixth. Tied him up inside with that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
And now it's 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Check swing called strike. That is strike 2.
No, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
And that's downstairs. And it's 3-2. Nice grab. Fires to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Runner at first with 2 away. And here's the first baseman.
Let's go, TJ.
Misses inside. Ball 2. And another ball. Tyler Freeman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. First and second, 2 down. A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
That's to third. Fires over to Guerrero. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they pick up a run on no hits, but they leave 2 men on. We're through 6. Back inside the stadium, and the Sunday night showcase is a close one. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Shohei Ohtani.
You know, these Pirates, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Let's go, Chase.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And the 1-0. Got him to chase one upstairs there.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Ohtani gets his lead at first with nobody out. And he swings through that one.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
One out man at first. And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. The 1-0. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one way inside. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Now Trout gets a chance to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good. Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
2 on, 1 out.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Now a pop-up on the infield. He's got it. 2 down. And here comes Yordan Alvarez for a critical at bat.
Yordan Alvarez.
Off the plate.
Inside. Ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. You leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Late on that fastball. And that one fouled off. Come on, 2 on, 2 outs. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop, Ezekiel. Ball.
And the 0-2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Edward.
Next for Colorado, Edouard Julien. The Pirates leading by 2 near the bottom of the 7th. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. That one off the mark. Ball 3. This one smoked on its way out of here. And just like that, they're within a run. These fans are really excited right now.
Well, he took the split finger that was away and stayed on playing with it nicely. That's one of the most difficult pitches to square up. He just did it, and right there, he was a professional hitter.
One down. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a... So they bring on the veteran, Kenley Jansen.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Clips the corner, and it's 0-1. Him swinging for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Ichiro. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. And a ground ball to first, but it kicks foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. This one in the air. And that is that. But the Rockies do get one back via the solo homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. The Sunday Night Showcase is a good one. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brennan Bernardino.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Well, one-run game. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Lindor looking to hit career homer number 300 in this game. Ripped into right center. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Ketel Marte, the next Pirate to hit. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Just missed. And another ball. On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Byron Buxton getting ready to hit. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next to the Pirates, the third baseman.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Munetaka Murakami. The lefty, the 1-0. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away to second, but he's in there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Ball 2.
Three-two now.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Shohei Ohtani next to bat for the Bucks. Man on second, 2 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. Fouled off. He was late. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 8th. And that is out of play. The 0-2. Left field. Freeman gives chase. Makes a nice running catch. And that's the 3rd out. Pirates strand a couple, but they still lead at 3-2. Back here in Denver, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Kyle Carroll's digging in for the Rockies. And that's outside. That one hooked foul. Check swing, and he went. And the count's even at 2. In the air, right field. Trout on the move. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next for the Rockies, the designated hitter, Jake.
Next is the designated hitter, Jake McCarthy. 1 for 3.
No, that's too high.
The Buccos trying to hold a 1-run lead near the bottom half of the 8th inning. There's the strike. And a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Up and in, and he gets out of the way. Struck him out looking.
Now, this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
Now the number 2 hitter, Seiya Suzuki. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Throws across the diamond. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. It's the Pirates 3 and the Rockies 2. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kyle Freeland.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Vladdy with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. And a sweeper misses for a ball. Freeland, a tall lefty, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. Cuts on it and misses. That's the strikeout. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Cal Raleigh. In the air to left center. Suzuki in and to his right. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the right fielder.
Here's Mike Trout.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Victor Vodnik The closer is getting loose. That misses. And now 3-0.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Out towards right center field. Suzuki makes the move towards the gap. Brings it in for the third out. Nothing doing here this half. Hard of the order. 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. Bottom 9. Stepping in, number 64.
This kid picked up in a trap.
Ryan Hoeing comes out trying to close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Come on, TJ.
And he takes one right on the black. 0-1. Late with the swing there. Pitch misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Good job to fight that one off. One-run game, bottom 9. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth. Tyler Freeman, the next to hit. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Yo, 1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That one way outside, and the count is 1 and 2. Check swing. Did he go? No.
That pitch wasn't even close, and they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
At the plate, Ezekiel Tovar. Just missed.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And now it's even up. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And now 2 aboard. The winning run is on base.
There you go. Winning run is aboard with 1 down. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Next for Colorado, Edouard Julien.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one misses. Ball 1. Two on, one out. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. One and two here. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Rockies down to their final out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the catcher, Hunter Goodman. Trying to deliver as the hero. Just missed.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. And you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Swing and a miss. Outside low. Ball 2. Two on, two outs. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one carrying off the base of the wall. One runs in, around third. The relay throw. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Rockies walk it off and win it 4-3.
In this situation, this guy's looking to put the ball in play and find a hole somewhere. Well, he did exactly that. Drives into a very cool walk-off win.
(4-3) our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.